It's clever name, it's clever name. Mad blunts and bong blast. Clever name podcast. Fucked up shit to make your mom laugh.
You're fucked.
Never really know what you gon' get. Might catch a buzz from the contact. Lots of that disgusting discussion. Loving it cause it's funny. We got topics for the rich. Poor, gorgeous, and ugly. We got guests of all shapes and sizes. Outrageous violence. If you home alone, then don't try this. Clever name podcast is where you find us.
I've never seen something consistently make you laugh more than the lady who pooped in her pumpkin.
I can't look at it anymore.
Every single time you just go like you do a little fucking stupid snicker.
It's so stupid.
You hated me so much when I showed you that video. I showed you that video and you were so upset. You were like, what the fuck are we watching? And now it's like, it's something that brings you so much joy.
So much joy.
Life is about perspective. And like sometimes when you're looking at a lady poop in a pumpkin, you're going to go, oh, this is hideous. This is horrible. But you could see it like Martin sees it and like use it as like a piece of inspiration, a thing that keeps him going. When he's down in the dumps, when he's feeling depression, see it, he just goes, I pooped in my pumpkin. And it turns his whole goddamn day around. Welcome to the podcast. I hope you can poop in your pumpkin today. We got the whole gang's here. Artie's here. He's got a flat kill death ratio. Good job. Hasn't made any terrible jokes before the podcast. We got our token ethnic Blake here. Good job. He hasn't died yet.
Woo.
Hasn't transitioned either.
Woo.
Still waiting. But yep.
Let's do the moon theme.
We got it's gonna be an impactful episode because I don't know if you guys know this. It is in fact Earth Day. What are you guys doing for Earth? What are you doing for Mother Gaia?
I worked.
You worked? Did you run some like diesel engines
Yeah.
and pour?
Lots of propane.
Nice. Did you just pump chemicals into the sky? That's so beautiful. But
I drove around a bunch today.
well, I know what China's busy doing during Earth Day, and that would be a fuckload of nothing and probably pouring some extra coal out for the homies. They're like, hey, you know, America is not using enough electricity today, so let's pour a couple extra ounces of coal on the fire for them. Because I don't know if you've seen this thing. This is China's cruise line, Harmony of the Seas. It's part of Royal Caribbean. Now this motherfucker is a behemoth that runs 24/7. Never turned off. Not allowed to. The whole thing will die if it turns off. It needs it in order for everything to be running on this bad boy, which it is 24/7, 365, pumping out fucking emissions.
Shit.
So this bad boy is a monstrosity. It's if you go on this, look like the Earth is dying, and if this is really a problem, these things wouldn't exist. Just to know that if this exists, whatever somebody is trying to tell you to do, your fucking plastic straw shortage, not having a bag when you go to the grocery store, none of that is but a drop in the bucket compared to this monster that is running 24/7. It is equivalent to just this thing running is 300 million cars running diesel. That's what this thing is equivalent to. This thing is brutal. I have a graph actually that shows how brutal this monster is. It has more pollution than literally everything. So this is how much sulfur dioxide it's putting in there. It's equivalent. One of these dots is 100,000 cars. So this whole thing is how much it puts off is 376 million cars. That's the equivalent. They don't even use the same diesel that cars do. It's
probably special.
infinitely worse. Like it's so much
Double
worse. It's crazy.
Kerosene.
Like the fact that anybody could ever go like, oh man, we really need to do anything about the environment and not be number one priority. The infomercial for like when Greta Thunberg is going, how dare you? This should be playing behind her. When like literally when somebody's telling you, oh, we're gonna need to carbon tax you, we're gonna need to limit how much you can buy or do anything like that based on how much you use. Just this should be there on a little TV, wheeled in like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah. You get to watch all these fucking elderly billionaires sit on a fucking cruise. It's so upsetting. Just understand that this thing's running on Earth Day. How much is it? What to
Ticket.
To go.
go? What, you want to go? You want to do a podcast from it?
Why not, man?
You want to do a podcast from one of these? I don't know.
Mastodon Gojira are headlining right there tonight.
I wouldn't doubt if there's some sort of dumb ass festival that happens on one of these boats. There's like a Juggalo fest.
There's a lot of festivals.
It's a gathering of the Juggalos on the Royal Cruise Line, and everyone just hurls shit at each other. It's but
That's insane.
first there's
That's the one in China?
there's
There was some heavy set women on there.
I know,
Where are
but
the harpoons at?
no, it's the company is run out of China. The person who makes this thing is run out of China. I think it goes everywhere. But there's like 5 or 6 different water parks in this thing. It's surrounded by water. You brought your own water. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, but
Maybe you can't go swimming.
SpongeBob shit.
They can't engineer a way to have like a fucking net system or something where you could tailgate in
man,
like a
fucking
pool.
Sharks out there.
That's even cooler. That'd be so much fun. Like, this is ridiculous. This is honestly ridiculous. And the fact that it exists means that you should turn on extra lights today. I and the rest of the Clever Name podcast team is telling you on Earth Day, run extra
They
shit.
got an arcade.
They have everything.
What?
They have literally everything that you've ever imagined, and they brought it. They're like, it's like I don't understand how this exists. And just so you know, for everything to be running on this,
a mini putt.
there's a fucking generator that's running all this shit, and it's all burning off that stuff, that
Half the ship
sulfur
is a
Mini
dioxide.
putt course.
If anything is a problem, that's what I'm saying. You know how I have that thing when you bring up a problem in front of Congress, you have to say how many hungry kids there were last night. You have to say how many tons of sulfur and CO2 this thing has burned off when you're bringing up any energy things. You're just like, yeah, there's like a $1 trillion thing that just pumps. It's just literally an ozone depleter. That's what it is. It just burns a hole in our sky. That's all it does. So fucking Midwestern house moms can go on a slide in the lake.
I want to go.
I kind of want to go.
All right. Fuck the Earth.
Dude, I can tell you after being like I've gone on not a cruise, but like one of the like ferries that lasted a really long time. After a few hours of being on there, there's nothing more you want off.
Nah.
Like, I can guarantee you're gonna want off.
There's 3 water parks, dude.
There is 3 water parks, but if you're on a 7-day cruise, you're gonna hit all the water parks in like day 3.
Yeah, but then you hit the arcade, you hit the fucking bowling lanes.
There's everything.
Baseball in there.
There's probably like a 0 gravity chamber.
Right.
Like there's probably like.
Bro, bowling ball, and it causes the fucking ship to sink.
Rock climbing.
All right,
You'll
fuck it.
have to pay for the booze.
I've completely changed my mind. Let's do an all-inclusive thing. Let's meet up with all these old women from
we can interview
Wisconsin.
I'd
Yeah.
rather go on like an all-exclusive to like
The
Cuba or
amount
something.
of fossil fuels they burned, they made dinosaurs go even more extinct.
They wouldn't come back if they saw this. This like
I think they would.
dude, I think how it would be way cooler if we told how much the thing burned in dinosaurs. So if you were just like, yeah, this thing actually goes through 8 T-Rexes a day, you'd be like, damn, like Jesus fucking Christ, this thing's ripping. If we put it into high gear, you need one of those Brontosaurus, those thing or the thing with the long ass neck. You need one of those. You
Fucking
got
big one.
you got to shovel one of those bad boys in the engine. We got to do it alive like a lobster. It goes like. You can hear that, but we're playing Jimmy Buffett very loud, so you can't really hear it over the sounds of Margaritaville. Oh damn it! We got to put another dino in the engine. We're losing power. Yeah, well, just understand that on Earth Day, whatever you're doing is just going directly into this thing. Whatever, like, there's nothing you can do that can offset the amount.
Once a year, we offset the balance with
that a bunch of fucking fat people on rascal scooters on a cruise line can't. They're gonna take it up.
But it looks awesome.
It does look sick. I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, just.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as a precedent, just know nothing you do will matter.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, no gluing yourself to the Mona Lisa is going to offset this monstrosity.
What if you buy a Tesla?
Oh, never mind. I didn't realize we had all options on the table. If you buy a $30,000 base model Tesla, that basically offsets this. Yeah, you basically
Until the battery dies.
till the battery dies, and we need another like small child cobalt mine in Nicaragua or something. Like we got to find a new one. Like wherever there's small child and minerals we need, that very lacks human rights. We need it to line up perfectly. Because unfortunately, if we find these cobalt mines in America, it's going to take so much time and money to get it out. If you find one in like deep in South African blood mine, you'll have it out in a weekend, a couple dead kids, but like it'll be out.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying.
That's what we don't care about. Like Dave Chappelle said, you want iPhones made in America? Why? So they can fucking cost $9,000?
And it won't be done half as well. Like some like mom in the Midwest putting it together compared to like a small Asian child it's completely different. Like the education level alone is going to be astronomically in favor of the small child. Like that's not even like they can barely read in Iowa. Like I don't want them putting together my iPhone. You think the instructions are bad when you get them from China? Imagine getting one from the South. Now y'all done go on be like done plug it in. You're like, what are we doing? I'm lost. Screen's on upside down. Fuck this. It's in, and for some reason, all of the text is swastikas. I can't change it. It's in Southern mode.
It's a Hindu swastika, so they mean they're good.
It's a peaceful. It's a peaceful swastika.
Honest Kim actually had a funny joke on Kill Tony for once. Where he's all like, that China spy balloon. You know, we just wanted to see how the Ohio fuck up happened because they're still using our railroads, motherfucker. Some shit like that.
I want Artie doing other people's material. I like that. I continuously like that.
The show.
Poorly though. Just look up some old Dave Chappelle stuff and see if you can wedge it in.
That one doesn't deserve a Seinfeld drop?
It did, but it was so bad, it went so far away from Seinfeld that I couldn't bring myself to do it. I didn't save it.
Right.
So my voice hurts more than anything that I've ever done. I put my heart and soul into the thing that we're going to do next.
We'll be the judge.
Just to note, understand that no matter how bad it is, I put everything into it. The reason if I talk for too long, my throat feels like it's tickling, like I'm still doing it. I blew apart my fucking vocal cords, and I don't think they're ever going to be the same. Just to do Eric that tune for Martin. So enjoy, motherfucker, because this is the only time this is ever happening. I put together.
Did you make an intro for this?
This is it. I'm introing it right. I'm not fucking doing anymore. You don't understand. I made it to halfway through one song and I was like, I fucking hate this. But right now, I did three. I did 3 songs. They're classic songs. You know all of them. Regardless if you'll be able to tell if you know them, you know all the songs.
Jingle bells.
I did my best Mongolian throat singing rendition of all of the parts except for the last one because the last one I gave up. But on the first 2, I tried to do all of the parts of it.
Did you layer them all?
Yes.
Oh.
It took a lot of work. Just understand this took way more work than I anticipated. And my throat is killing me. And it wasn't worth it. The end result isn't not worth it. But we're still going to do the game. So, first song. Here we go. I'm Mongolian throat singing every part of the song. Feel free to just yell your thing or let it play out. Whatever you want. I don't really care.
Oh, I know it. What you do?
Thank you, Blake.
What song is it?
It's Barbie Girl by Aqua. Is it? Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to let it play a little more. I knew it immediately.
I know
when I
you
heard
did.
go,
Thank you
"Oh,
for knowing
again?"
it immediately.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Okay. Just make a CD. Ryan sings the classics.
Fucking hated this. All right, Blake's on the board. Good job, Blake.
I didn't hear that at all.
No?
Oh, I did. Nah, now I do it.
Now you hear it, right? All right, song 2. It doesn't get any better. Oh god.
Lady Madonna feeling?
I don't know the fucking song name.
Did you do the whole
Safety
song?
dance?
What was it, Artie?
Safety dance?
No. God damn it. I thought Blake had it.
No, I know the beat. I just don't know the fucking
Dude,
song. name.
just understand, I nailed that one. You guys are wrong about this one. I fucking crushed
go
that
back.
one. I absolutely crushed that one.
I just hear caveman.
Fucking, Hey Now You're a Rockstar All-Star by Smash Mouth.
Yes, let's go, Artie! Let's fucking go! One more time from the top! How do you guys not hear it? It's so clear. It's clear as fucking day.
Nah,
I
Barbie Girl.
definitely got it.
Artie fucking nailed it. Thank you, Artie. You're a real man. All right. Now this is my masterpiece. Just understand? I didn't do the backing because it would have been impossible.
Photograph.
No.
Fuck.
Would have been good, though. I would have just given it to you and never played it. Just understand that. I would have. But here you go.
Focus, man.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, Artie! What? Bohemian Rhapsody.
He did all 6 minutes of this, right?
Already wins.
I did fucking so much, so I'm letting it play.
You guys have Family Guy skit with Sylvester Stallone and Tony Danza in what? What it reminds me of.
I can't focus.
Let me go. Beelzebub is a devil for his eye for me. For
So how
me.
many takes to this
For
thing?
me. One. That's me. Thank you, Artie. You did good. Martin, for the person that wanted this game, you're the worst
I
at
can't
it.
focus.
I don't know, what do you mean?
I just hear a caveman grunting.
That's what it is. What Mongolian throat singing is in a nutshell. But Blake, you did pretty good. But I think that last one, honestly, the second one I think I nailed the most. The first one was the hardest.
No, the last one was so hard.
No, the last one was very easy to me. Like I fucking crushed that one, especially when you get to the middle part. Like, yeah, that sucked. Just understand that I never want to do that again. My throat, I was dying. I wonder what Crystal was thinking because she went to bed and I immediately started doing that last night. Last night, like she was just like, "All right, I'm gonna go to bed."
You did this last night?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we gotta ask her.
Like, it's like, did you hear some weird grunting? She's like, I just assumed you were masturbating. Like, same noises. Yeah, but this time I was recording it for my boys. Oh my god. Yeah. So, no, never happen again.
No.
No.
No, please no.
All right. So Chicago's on fire. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Chicago's a fucking. It's a nightmare.
Nice, respectable teens.
It seems like the teens, yeah, the youths, the Zoomers are out there popping off or something.
Yeah.
These hit-
And I saw this video. I saw this video of some people beating up. So this
White
lady,
chick, right?
yeah, this lady right here is trying to get. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? I think everybody's seen all this stuff at this point. This.
I have not.
Oh, you haven't.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, okay. Well, a mob of youths were out beating up people. This lady was trying to get into her apartment with her boyfriend, and they just grabbed this lady and then beat the shit out of both of them for no apparent reason. And
white.
yeah, well, she was obviously, other than being a disgusting white.
Right.
But yeah,
Fucking
like,
white monkey.
usually they gotta antagonize it. Like you don't usually just being a white isn't usually enough to do it. Usually, I don't know, have to like use a credit card or something to get on. Oh, Jesus, crazy! Fucking, what, you have credit, motherfucker? And then they beat the shit out of you. But yeah. So here we can kind of watch this take place. They kind of mob her and then beat the shit out of them.
What the
They're like,
fuck?
okay. And people, you start seeing it. I was like, wait a second, what's going on? Hold on. Wait a second here. Can we enhance that? Wait a second.
Oh my god.
Where were you? What's going on here? Where were you last week?
Oh, my lawyer.
Better call Saul.
Yeah, you don't have a lawyer. What's going on here? This seems suspicious. Is this some sort of gang sign that are you affiliated in some sort of gang?
Oh my god.
What is this? No, I need answers here. This is serious. What is this anti-social club that you seem to be a part of?
ASSC.
Do you guys go around beating up whites? Have you infiltrated my home just to come and beat me up later? Are you in a gang of Chicago youths gonna come in here and beat
You
me
just
up?
see on the doorbell later, just like 20 people rolling up on the front of the house. Whoa, holy fuck.
There's just gonna be doorbell footage of me trying to get in my house and Blake and his gang of antisocial youths coming in just all on Xanax or something, just beating the shit out of me. What's going on here? What have you gotten yourself into? Are you in one of those Minecraft gangs that I've heard of?
Dude, have you, sorry, but on the gangs thing, have you seen the fucking kid who's in VR? Or he's watching Naruto and he's doing the fucking hand signs and she's like, you throwing up gang signs? I got you in a gang, you fuck. And he's like, Naruto.
It's Naruto. He's like fucking doing some fucking Macarena shit, and then she's just like, "Are you in a VR gang?" Yeah. It's like, no, I was doing Naruto hand signs. Yeah, but do you see how he diverted away from this when it's very clearly him who beat up some people? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Chicago's just a flight away.
I'm gonna tell your grandma, and she's gonna whoop you with a cane. See, we had last week we had a video of Blake's grandma. This week we have a video of Blake. Different generations. You see, you really see that, like, but at least she uses she's kind of dextered her rage into a good thing where she's like a vigilante. Blake is just taking out his rage on the street, trying to get reparations any way he knows how.
Oh my god.
First of all, for people who are in an antisocial club, there seems to be a lot of you. At a certain point, there's a tipping point to where you're no longer antisocial.
Antisocial.
Yeah, this seems ridiculous. I don't
But it's the
appreciate.
antisocial social club.
I don't want you wearing the gang clothes around me anymore. It triggers me. I'm thinking you're gonna come. I'm not gonna answer the door if I see you dressed in this because I'm going to assume this is what's going to happen to me.
I'm gonna walk in one day just wearing a hoodie and I'm just gonna fucking rip it off.
Start throwing hands. Well, I don't know where you've been, but I would first of all recommend you not go to Chicago. It's not safe.
Or wear that shirt.
Or wear that shirt. Yeah, you know, somebody's gonna go like, yo, is your boy Blake beating up fucking people? Like, and I'm gonna go, yeah. I'm gonna go, yeah, it's what they do. It's part of their culture. I don't know. Is this a Kwanzaa? I don't know. I don't understand. Well, just knock it
a Soul Train.
is this a Soul Train? Would have been a way better joke.
Oh my god.
Is this they were running a Soul Train?
God damn it.
An assault train, guys.
Oh, god damn it. All right.
That's crazy.
Seinfeld theme.
Let's get off this racism. Let's move on to something else, please. Can we finally get away from it? Do you guys know Lululemon? Do you know the
Racist.
company? No, it's not racist. Do you know the company?
Yoga pants.
They
Yeah.
make the greatest pants known to mankind that can make like a disgusting ass look like the best thing you've ever seen.
Lululemon.
Yeah, Lululemon. That's their branding.
Yeah.
What gave me
Jennifer
a
chick used it at the contest.
it like chafed a hole in the inside of my pants in high school because of what the girls were wearing. It was because they had to wear black pants, and then they were just like, oh, well, I'm just going to wear these spandex where I can see the ribs in your vagina through it. Pretty great. Like, I can count the wrinkles on this girl's butthole in front of me when she's going up the stairs. It's great. I'm practicing math, and I'm fucking rock hard. So great.
Yeah.
But,
I told when her birthing hips came in.
this is my astrology signs. I read the lines in your butthole. Oh, are you an Aquarius? Yeah, I can tell.
God damn it.
Oh, dude, your hemorrhoids in Jupiter. I could.
Mercury retrograde. I jerked off to you 3 times last night.
If,
Nuts.
if I told you that Lululemon's not only just based for giving you fucking boners, it's one of the funniest things ever. I found this news article about apparently this guy, Chip Wilson, was the CEO of Lululemon. He had to step down because after reading this article, apparently L's in China are almost a luxury because no brand there uses them because Asians can't say it. So in his time of being an entrepreneur, he's found that people will sometimes pay more for L brands in China, like Louis Vuitton and things like that. So he's like, next time I make a business, I'm going to put as many L's in it as possible. 1, because it can make me a bunch of money, and 2, it's going to be hilarious to listen to Asians try and say it. And then I thought about it, and I went, oh, Ruru Ramen is fucking hilarious. Oh my god, Ruru Ramen is the funniest. And he's sitting there counting his fucking billions going, haha, Ruru Ramen.
Do you think he just, because he's so rich, you think he just has one just around the office, just goes, hey, do the thing.
Just all of a sudden he's like, I was born in New York. He's like, why does he have me here? He's like, this is your job, man. Just go in there. Oh, the music's playing. Hello, sir. Ruru Ramen CEO, Chip Roshin. How may I be service? Just say Lululemon. Ruru Ramen, sir. And like, thank you. You may go.
Before.
It's like, God damn it. It's like, I live in Delaware. Yeah. So, Chip Wilson, I salute you. Hilarious. Entrepreneurial and hilarious.
Is there no video clips of people trying to say it?
We could go on Cameo if you want. Just get Asians. You want to go on Fiverr?
Jackie Chan.
Just get Asians to say.
Can we get Jackie Chan?
Is there a Fiverr thing where it's like, I'm Asian and I'll say L words for you?
Get the guy that's saying the John Cena thing.
Yeah, so he didn't know what he was paying for. He definitely didn't know he was saying and his name. But he did. I told him everything, but he just didn't get the context of saying and his name is John Cena in Mandarin and how hilarious that was for me to pay for on Fiverr. But yeah, you live and you learn. He's probably not doing Fiverr anymore. That might have ruined a guy's Fiverr career.
He's probably dead.
Or it doesn't matter. John Cena might have came up and you can't see him. He can sneak up on you, snap your neck. But thank you. I would say you're the big swinging dick of the week. Good job, fucking Chip Wilson, with your Ruru Ramen. I will no longer see Ruru Ramen as anything other than Ruru Ramen. It's based. Oh, no. So yeah, I saw this thing like on like a fucking TikTok or something like that, and I was like, that's not real. And I looked it up. Chip Wilson's a real dude, and he really said that. He was like, a quote from him. He's like, I got it right here. The reason Japanese like my former skateboard brand Homeless was because it had an L in it. The Japanese marketing firm won't come up with a brand with an L in it, so it's not in their vocabulary. It's tough pronunciation for them. So next time I have a company, I'm going to put 3 L's in it and see if I can get 3 times the money. It's kind of exotic for them. I was playing with L's and I came up with Lululemon. It's funny to watch them try and say it. Chip Wilson.
That's awesome.
But that was back in 2013 when you could say that. Yeah. It was so funny for Asians to mispronounce words in 2013.
Still is.
No, now it's you got to hashtag something. Stop Asian hate. I think so. when they mispronounce it, you correct them and tell them to stop being a stereotype.
Need a couple thousand kilograms of pure democracy.
Yeah. You wear your democracy shirt.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, so thank you, Chip. I appreciate you.
Jesus.
Go, Chip. All right, so we haven't checked in on Biden. You want to see what Biden's been saying?
Ice cream.
I got a compilation of what Biden said. So let's get a little. Let's see
Hell yeah.
what he's been up to the last little week.
I'm gay.
My favorite clips. All right. So here's Biden. It's a summary of his presidential address in Wisconsin.
What do you do this time?
Not a whole lot. Hold on.
Wait.
Well, guess what? And guess what? Guess what? And guess what? Guess what? Well, guess what happens? And guess what? Hey, guys, don't jump, okay? And guess what? We have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average tax rate they pay? 8, EIGH%. 8%. Oh, I'm serious. Well, guess what? And guess what? Well, guess what? Guess what? And guess what?
I
By the
know,
way,
like old man Jenkins.
So
Yes.
lost.
It's like somebody pulled off the mask and went, "Old man Jenkins," and he was like, "Guess
Guess
what?"
what? We've created more than 12,000 brand new jobs in 2 years. That's more than any president in American history has created in 4 years. In 4 years.
I feel like that's not
That doesn't seem like a lie.
No.
Yeah. That made a lot like
Okay, well, guess what? Inflation Reduction Act also makes the most significant investment in dealing with climate.
Inflation Reduction Act.
God love you, man. By the way, guess what? And guess what?
Can I make a stand-up comic?
I don't
By
know.
the way,
Just do it.
I can honestly say, and I mean this. And by the way,
Jesus Christ, man.
That's your president.
EIGH%.
EIGH% is one of the funniest
Where
things.
your ice cream at?
How do you do that? I don't know. Good job. Good job voting him in. At least he has the same IQ points as our prime minister, but ours is more handsome. So I'll give him that.
Blackface.
Yeah, ours is
Ours is
blackface. So
blackface.
good job.
Yeah, there you go.
Multiple times.
Yeah, he's probably in the antisocial club.
He was in Chicago.
He was in Chicago.
Who was in Chicago, Mr. Prime Minister?
Where were you? Were you in
Imagine he's just
Chicago?
gone that whole weekend.
What kind of social club are you in? So did you hear that?
No.
In U.S. Congress, they're trying to pass a law saying females have to compete with females, and that's a problem. And it's probably not going to get passed, but it did. The bill is passed. It just has to get through the Senate and the White House, which it'll never pass. It'll never get through. But it's proposed saying that if you are a woman, you play sports with women, and that's it.
But what is a woman?
That's oof. You get into a whole circular argument there where it's just like, well, a woman is like a woman who is seen by other women. Oh, all right then.
Let's be ranked number 5.
So, this lady is testifying, which I find hilarious. Do you guys remember in high school when gym became mixed, where it was boys, girls?
Yeah.
Like
10.
it was grade 10, right? It all switched over where it wasn't.
Yeah.
And the bell curve for like the grading and I feel like the athletics like took a steep dive. Like it really did. And like you kind of had to take it easy on girls. That's what it was like. All grade 10 gym was violent. It was brutal. It was all boys and it was all elbows. And it like you just like you came there was regular bloody noses and shit. And then all of a sudden it tamed off in grade 11 because it's like there were girls there.
Yeah.
And I remember this specific scenario, this exact scenario that I'm about to show you happening in a game of volleyball that happened in my gym.
Oh, no.
But this has gone all the way to the Senate. So this man right here is playing women's volleyball, and there's a biological man who identifies as a woman but has a power of an arm, I'm going to tell you. And this lady, I think over here, is a biological woman. So we see a set, and we see a...
Oh! Concussion.
Yeah, she got dummied. She got absolutely destroyed.
That's definitely a broken nose.
Yeah, right? It's some sort of Like her face is not the same. But she went to Congress
the girls?
and
The
what?
contest?
She went to Congress and testified because of that, and I found it hilarious because I was like, as much as I agree with like the sentiment behind all this, I was like, his volleyball, that shit happens like in like 11th grade volleyball. I fucking
Yeah, but
dummy.
not that hard.
I don't know, man. I've seen that exact thing happen. Like a girl is just not paying attention, just like barely playing, and like a guy who's on the fucking volleyball team spikes it down and smashes her right in the nose, and she goes away crying. And she survived. She survived. This lady survived too. She's there. She's still her face is still intact.
Is it?
2022, I was severely injured in a high school volleyball game by a transgender athlete on the opposing team. I suffered from a concussion and neck injury that to this day I'm still recovering from.
That was after
Other
she raped
injuries
me.
I still suffer from today include
That was after we were in the locker room.
impaired vision, partial paralysis on my right side, constant headaches, as well as anxiety and depression. I was unable to play the rest of my last volleyball season, and although I am currently playing softball, I am not able to perform as well as I know I have in the past because of the injury.
So I kind of call bullshit on her. Like I was like, she got smoked with a volleyball in the face. I've seen worse in dodgeball. Like honestly, like I feel like
No,
I don't
The
kn-
dodgeball's not the same, like structurally.
I don't know.
I think dodgeballs will hurt more.
I feel like dodgeball
like
do.
rubber.
They're rubber. That padding on a volleyball is way less.
Yeah, but where does all
Violent.
the energy go compared? I don't know. Like,
Oh.
is it like more compressed in the volleyball? So when you get hit, like, is that why your fucking neck got it?
Well, because the volleyball is like inflated more than a rubber
some
one.
of them are fucking hard.
Like I don't know, but I'm like, I just like you shouldn't have went to Congress to be like, well, the
Well,
trans
someone has to
woman,
do something.
the trans
Someone
woman.
has to do something.
I agree with the
He's like,
sentiment.
I got the story. I'm gonna do it.
It's recent. That's why that video just went viral pretty recently of her getting dummied. It's a hilarious video at the end of the day. It really is.
Oh, she got smoked.
She got dummied. Like if this was the 1990s, that would just be an America's Funniest Home Video clip. We wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
We'd just move on. But there
make
also
it
wouldn't have been.
pretty-
It was a simpler time where we didn't have men competing, and this would have just been a hilarious large woman who smashed a volleyball, probably at a similar speed down to her face. I don't know, funny, but I don't think this is gonna help anything pass. I think this was just
might, you never
it was
know.
just a funny meme for the Congress to watch. Like, I just got to watch this Exhibit A, and they play the Benny Hill music like, and they just watch it on a loop.
I was like, why does the volleyball have a Bud Light trans sponsorship now?
Oh my god.
The next Wilson that comes out has got this muscly trans lady smashing a ball into a woman's face. They're doubling down. Yeah, well, if you want to
You
get
should like a clip of like Meet the Parents where Ben Stiller spikes that ball into the girl's face and breaks her nose.
yeah, see, back in the day, that was just a funny idea in a movie. Now it's reality. So I found this TikToker who blew out her O-ring.
And I farted really loud. And
Oh.
it suddenly felt like I laid an egg.
So I was
like I was
17
sitting
Right.
and I
It's
farted
fucking
really loud.
Log in.
TikTok.
And
Log in.
I
it
don't have a
suddenly felt
TikTok.
Like I laid an egg. Like I was sitting on a tennis ball in my bed. Like I was lying on top of one. And I couldn't get comfortable. And I'm walking around. It feels like something's like, I was like, did I like shit myself? Like,
So I already have an issue with this where it's like you went back to bed, like you fucking like laid there, cranked a fart. That's what her story is. She cranked a fart and then went like, oh, it feels like I'm sitting on something and I can't get comfortable. So I would have immediately been running to the bathroom and like, if I fart and now I'm sitting on something, like,
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
like causation doesn't always equal like it's simple, but like odds are this is like, it's not like some Socrates type fucking philosophy shit where like, oh well, 9 times out of 10 you could have shit your pants, but this time it could be candy. Like, no, you're not just gonna like, you know what, just, oh well, I peed a little but I'm just gonna roll over and let it dry. It's not that type of situation. If you shit yourself, you're not gonna roll on it and let it splatter up your back like a baby. Like that's what happened. So I already have an issue with her story. This takes a Tarantino twist that you're not going to expect. I'm telling you. Where do you guys think this is going so far?
Cat.
Cat. Okay, Martin thinks there was a cat in her butt.
Gerbil.
Is that gerbil? What do you think, Blake? What happened?
She blasted out her butt plug.
She blasted out her butt plug. Artie, what do you think's going on with this lady?
I'll go for you. Blasted out the fucking volleyball that hit her in the face.
Something's something's just out. And I can't figure out what it is. And then I go to the bathroom and I look and I'm like, do I have a penis? Turns out my uterus fell out, which doesn't usually happen until you're in your mid-70s when your pelvic floor decides it's given up. Turns out when you push when you poop, it weakens your pelvic floor, and it does that so much that your uterus could fall out, or your rectum. And you just have to stick it back in.
What?
Oh.
So this is a textbook pink sock moment, huh?
How do we not have like an OnlyFans now? We got to see what happened. I want to see the rest of this.
No, dude.
What do you mean your uterus fell out? She was laying on her uterus?
Well, what?
I don't know.
Is that attached to you?
I don't know.
Apparently not. As
Don't
well as you think.
don't push when you poop, I guess. Don't push farts. Just let it happen.
I don't have a uterus.
Dude, you don't know that. What happens if one day you're pushing a fart and all of a sudden your uterus came in? You didn't even know you had one. All of a sudden your uterus you're laying on your uterus. You don't just want your utes fucking hanging out. That's disgusting. No, your utes is supposed to be on the inside. And she said it felt like a tennis ball. And I don't understand. But she has another video explaining
Mine was a
it.
little longer, that's why I thought it was a penis. I think people are thinking I had a decidual cast, which I did not have. So I think everyone's confused on how I got it back in.
Look at yes.
I woke up, and once I realized what had happened, I took a photo and I showed it to my mom, and I said, "Mom, help me, take me to the hospital." She said, "It'll wait till morning." And then we got to morning, and then it was like, "Let's wait till after work." And
what is wrong with your mom?
So we went like 18 hours later.
It's not that big
and
of a
while I was
problem.
asleep, nature took its course and it worked itself back into me.
What?
The only way I knew that it actually happened was because I took a photo and then I texted the group chat and I said, "Holy shit, my uterus fell out." So that's how I know it was real. I went to the
Because you said it was real.
ER and they did a shitty pelvic exam and they sent me to a really awful gynecologist who told me I had ulcerative colitis and denied that my uterus fell out even though I had a photo.
Oh my god, believe all women. But okay. So it looks like your uterus is like one of those beds in a box. So like you know how they like fold them all up and somehow get them inside there.
Yeah.
But look how see how it's facing here? It's like innards. But I guess if you fucking force it, it'll flip reversies. You'll go inside outsies and you'll be like, "Oh, you got your uterus is inside out."
That's a powerful fart.
That's a fucking demon of a fart.
What did she eat?
Dude, I once had this fucking fart where I was sitting on the side of the tub, and it's recorded somewhere because it happened twice. It was so monumental that I recorded it, and somewhere I'll bring it to you one day. One day I'll find it and I'll bring it to you. I was sitting on the side of the tub, and it was cranked so loud that I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I think it's because like the bathroom's kind of echoey. It's like cathedral ceilings.
On a tub.
And then I was like, "Oh my god, I feel another one." So I pulled my phone out and I just recorded, and it was just as ungodly. Like I shouldn't have told you what it was. What I should have done is played the sound and go, "What was that?" And you'd go, "I don't know, a train, a gunshot." Like was that somebody shooting a train? Somebody put down Thomas the Tank Engine. And they're like, "No, that came from my asshole. My uterus fell out."
But the uterus is not in the asshole. So how does that work?
Like, cause this is her asshole. She pushed a fart. So maybe
Maybe she pushed her asshole.
Have you ever
out,
seen a
Yeah,
snake
maybe
eat?
she fucking.
And that came out with.
Have you ever seen like a snake eat like a boulder or something, like something really big? Maybe the fart was like that big coming down the rectum. It pushed this bubble.
Oh, wait.
Like it fucking folded it in order to get out. It was such a demon of a fart. The PSI on this bad boy was through the roof, and it just folded her mattress inside out. She had one of those pull-out couches in her pussy, and it came out.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got one of those pull-out uteruses? Oh, fancy. Must be hard to move. I hear they're heavy.
Yeah. They're gonna revolutionize the trans movement in 5 years.
This is how you do it? You just crank a fart into another translator? Here, have my utes. I can crank it into you. You get enough PSI behind it, you can launch it right out. Yeah. Found that last night. Never going to forget it. You're never going to forget that there's a lady somewhere on the earth that cranked a fart so hard she pushed her uterus out.
At least it wasn't a video. So
if your girlfriend ever cranks a nasty fart next to you, like a loud one, you're going to have to check her utes.
That's when they're 70, though.
No, she said it usually doesn't happen. Like, no, it can just happen when you're 70. Like, that's what has happened. But if you're cranking regular farts, you can wreck your pelvic wall. Floor. Sorry, I don't know. You got floor. They have ceilings in there? Do they have a pelvic ceiling? How high is it?
What's the skill gap like?
She's got 8-foot ceilings in her puss. Yeah, so just be careful out there, boys. If your girlfriend's cranking like nasty rats beside you and they're really snapping, like, you know those ones that sting? I would say you should not do those. Maybe like pull your butt cheeks apart a little bit more. Really try and spread it. Get more of a going on. Like, you want more of a sound than a because those sound like they hurt. Like they're coming through some real resistance, and you don't want that. You don't want some perch lips ones. You want to gape that hole to get that. Just let it go.
Yeah. God damn you.
No utes are coming out with a ha. Understand that. Your fart should
there
sound.
Needs to be a study.
No, your fart should sound like you're watching a comedy special by yourself and something made you laugh. You go. She's a little. That's it. All right,
classic, what you call it? The classic Audacity there. That's not what I was looking for. Anyway, guys.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke at all, so I didn't press the button. My finger's on the button.
That's a joke?
I don't know. Let's explain it. Let's break this one down. Already? Okay.
Play by play.
What was that?
Sorry, I was a little bit distracted working on your water cooler app. But
Oh my god! But I just really can we do like a behind the comedians type thing here? Like, what was that?
VH1 special.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Thing is, I just wasn't. I was trying to think of like, it should just sound loud because the squeak ones are like silent but deadly, and no pun intended, but that's what caused the uterus to fall out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just where I was going with it.
I see.
There's nothing much to it. It's a long day. I gotta conserve my energy for fucking work right now. I'm not gonna be home till like 1:30 in the morning.
Nah, but I do like. I think we're gonna do a little more behind the comedians when they really bomb. We're gonna let's just break it down piece by piece.
But he's still not the worst comedian,
though. No, it's like you made an Ohio derailment in the middle of the show, and we're gonna have to bring in a team of scientists to really pick this apart and see what was in that chemical spill that would just happened here. Oh, I love you, Artie.
Going back to Hans Kim's railroad joke that derailed itself.
Yep, we came all the way back to that. But you want to see something that stinks worse than that joke that Artie did?
Is it?
It's a stripper fight.
Yeah.
Stripper fight. Stripper fight.
I fucking saw this. This is everywhere on Twitter.
It's great. Now, our main contestants are these two yelling here, but I'm going to tell you, this is a full bench brawl. This devolves into a full team. We pick sides, and we go, all right, everybody pick a side. We're in.
Oh, shit.
You either got your phone out or you're throwing fists.
Oh, shit.
Can they have security cameras?
This is at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night. I could just picture the DJ going, and now coming to the stage, Tanisha. Tanisha, where are you, Tanisha? Well, she's getting her weave pulled out in the back.
Dude just
yeah, then fucking Jay-Z comes in and he's like, I got 99 problems and it's all of you guys.
That was a DJ.
Just understand, I haven't heard a single word that's going on here, but I know it's all Ebonics.
Slap Jay-Z.
Dude, the smell of hot pussy in this room has got to be fucking filthy.
And like fucking 3-day-old cocoa butter and shit.
Oh yeah, it's just like cakey asshole and cocoa butter. That's a perfect way to describe this. This is. I can't imagine going to a strip club after a bench brawl and you're just like, why are you all bruised?
What do you think this is?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Let's not joke. Atlanta.
I was thinking Jersey.
Chicago. Maybe this is the anti-social club's after party.
This is where it started.
No, this is the after party, Blake. We're gonna see Blake come in and his anti-social and throw hands. Just start punching ladies. This whole crew of
Didn't throw their like 3-month-old at someone else.
yeah, this is Chi-Town. Don't act a fool. You get dropped by the anti-social club.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee that the tips didn't get split evenly that night. No. And it was a beautiful beautiful night there. I wonder what was going on the stage. Like, what was going on outside? Like, is there just some lady who's just dancing on stage and had no idea that she's coming back? She's like, what happened back here? Oh, the chairs are upside down. Pieces of wig are all over the room. Somebody got their hair pulled out. Titties are flying out. It was a great time. I do appreciate a fight where everybody started naked, but it was just like weird just because they were changing in the back of a strip club. Usually the fights we see on World Star Hip Hop, fully clothed, ended naked. Everybody pulls out a titty. This is titties already out. You got nothing to worry about. It's a solid time. World Star Hip Hop, worth it. Worth it.
Yeah, or as we had to call it, Black CNN.
Good job. Fuck. So here's the most pointless study that's ever been done. I'm going to say somebody put time and effort into this study. And I'm going to tell you the entirety of the study that you could have figured out with no information. Okay? Somebody did a study saying people are more willing to have sex with things, specifically things, when they're already horny. We figured it out. Turns out, if you just came up to me and said like, hey, fuck this thing, and I have no boner, my reluctance is going to be way higher than if I'm rock hard and ready to do. I'll be like, I'll think about it more. And the study was with robots.
But you did want to fuck the KFC bucket.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? You're missing out. But the study was they got a bunch of people into a room and said, hey, would you fuck this robot? And most of them were like, nah, I don't really want to fuck that robot. And then they were like, hey, watch some porn. And then they watched some porn and got all horny. And then they're like, hey, would you fuck this robot? And they're like, oh, maybe. That was the study. That was the entirety of the study. And I could have done it with nobody there because, like, nobody, fucks a couch. Like, nobody goes and goes like, oh, I want to fuck a couch. But people have fucked couches. Like, that's my point. People have stuck their dick in between that. Like, but it wasn't because they were like, they came home and they were like, damn, that couch looking fine. And they got all
You
worked.
do have a fine couch, though.
Maybe if you got like something imported from Italy, fancy leathers and stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like really fuzzy on like certain. Maybe. But I'm gonna say like usually you get worked up and then you're like, I could probably stick my dick in that, and that's where your brain goes because your brain is focused on one thing. We're very one-minded people.
We're one-track minded.
Yeah, so you go, my dick is hard. Anything around here I can stick my dick in? That'd be fucking great. And then, so like, if you presented me with a fuck bot at that moment, my inhibitions are down, and I'll go like, maybe. I don't know. Like, what's it like? Like, all right, I'll do it. Like, I'm gonna fuck the bot. But like, I'm saying if I just walk into a room, no boner, and you're just like, fuck this bot, it's gonna be hard for me to like get a boner to the bot already. Like, that's already a problem. What if the bot can't get, he's gonna make me feel insecure because I can't get a boner now to the bot. She's like working it and she's like, do you not like this? I'm like, well, now stop it. Like, your weird bald head is making this weird, I don't like this Jada Smith model.
See my fucking reflection in the mirror.
Yeah, I really, yeah, watching my face in the top of your chrome dome is really not appealing to me, so I'm having a hard time. You're hooked up to this weird marionette system that's got like pistons going and shit. It's not a conducive environment. But if I'm already there, all right, I'll get it done. So yeah, I can tell you that if regardless if I would fuck a robot or not, my reluctance to fucking a robot goes down if I'm rock hard. And I think that goes for every single thing. Like whatever it is, whatever it could be the craziest thing in the world to put my dick in. My reluctance to doing it when I'm insanely horny goes down a little bit. Like your inhibitions are at their lowest when you're fucking so hard. You can't even see. You're just like blur. Like all the blood has left your eyeballs and you're blurry. It's just like put your dick in whatever you see. I don't care if it's a robot. Like I'm getting lightheaded. I better do what he says. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Is robot model with that square face girl. It was ranked number 5.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all gonna have
the Kentucky Fried Coochie.
Oh, if you could get a Colonel Sanders model, that fucking, and it has that. You remember that game system that we saw a long time ago, which it was like the KFC bucket that you could cook your chicken and also play games on.
Oh yeah,
it was a computer. It was a computer gaming computer that you could cook chicken in as well, or like have heated chicken or something like that. That's in the middle of her, in her belly. She's got a little chicken compartment too, and so you like right after you nut, you're like, oh, I'm getting a little hungry. And be like, oh, she got belly chicken. Oh,
oh my god!
Don't let her swallow though.
Brings out a egg.
Could have a completely different type of gravy on your chicken.
There you go. Which came first, the chicken or me? You know what I mean, guys?
God damn it,
I actually liked that one, so I'm gonna give him a kill. But it didn't deserve it. Just know it didn't deserve it.
I know.
All right. I guess Blake, do you trust the whites? Well, it depends. Are they trying to get into their house in downtown Chicago? Yeah. Then no, that's very shifty. But other than that, if they're not walking down like late night in downtown Chicago, and in all honesty, you're asking for it.
You live in Chicago.
You live in Chicago, and the sun has gone down.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You live here. You know what happens then. The antisocial club comes out.
Oh God.
So
yeah, trust.
I'm assuming that Blake follows the suit of this Zim.
Oh God.
Invader Zim?
Yeah,
Invader Zim.
this Invader Zim. Oh, dude, that's such a good way of calling them, because they're invading the genders with their Zimness. Oh, I love it.
They brought girls, but they forgot the NI.
So this, God damn it already. So, this thing, I'm gonna go with, fuck. Let's all guess. If you had to, like you were trying to be politically correct, like you're a manager and this is your subordinate and you have to get it right now.
Chick to dude.
What pronoun do you say?
She.
You say she?
Yeah.
Oh, well then you're fired. Martin's fired. I think I go here. It's here, them. We're going here. It's definitely between here, them. There's zero chance that it's she, because that's the reality. The reality is she. So that's completely off the table. Exactly. So we have to take that completely off the table.
I'll take the fire.
Yeah, I know. Good job. Good job. Martin's based. Martin gets fired. You're fired and red pilled. Good job, man. But I'm gonna go them because of the hair. The hair, you would do a boyish haircut. I feel like a lot of the hymns, they have like that, like Blake style hair. A lot of the ones that they try to turn themselves into Blake a lot of the time. Blake, holy shit, are you wearing their glasses? Oh my God, is this you? How many videos of you do we have this week?
God damn it.
I don't trust white people.
Week, man.
So I believe they hold your sentiments.
Piercing, so now it's just a little bit too tribal.
They hold your sentiments too, completely.
I don't trust white people. I don't trust white people for a multitude of reasons, but one of the main reasons is they're unpredictable. Like, I think about all the times where I really considered white people my friends, and then when we got in a small argument, they released all the racism they hid throughout our whole friendship. Scary. And then I think about the fact that I become mutuals with people, give them the opportunity to come clean about any problematic past. They say nothing, and then they get exposed for being racist.
Dude, can you imagine if like you had like a black friend?
I love that freeze frame.
Just solid freeze frame right there. That is the most judging face.
You can't your career like this.
Dude, that's the face the sex robot gives you when you can't get it up. That's when you're like, why am I not enough for you? She's making that face. But can you imagine if you had like a person of color as a friend? You have to imagine. Really stretch. But say you have that, and then they come up to you and go, do you have any problematic past that I should know about? you would go like, oh fuck, yeah, but like I'm not gonna tell you. Like, it seems like the fact that you're bringing up that question means that if I tell you, there's gonna be a big problem. So like I'm definitely not gonna tell you. But like even if you were like the wokest of woke and you've done some iffy stuff in the past, you grew up in the 90s. Yeah. That's enough. So like you say that. What do you say to that? You'd be like, well, I've played Call of Duty, so like the N-word.
A bunch.
A lot. Like, but it was
Modern Warfare 2.
It was Modern Warfare 2, and a guy. No, but hear me out. I just spawned, and someone had one-man army and danger close on. So like, just hear me out. And then I spawned again next to a car, and I died again. And you can't believe it. When I finally do kill them, they have fucking Marty Dom on. Can you? So voice comms come on. It gets a little squirrely.
Nothing gets me more upset than the Model 1887 pre-patch.
Oh God. Okay. If you've lived through Model 18, holy shit.
When you have fucking oh my God, why can't I think of it? When you have the 50 cal, but you're dual wielding 50 cals at any range.
Dual wielding 50 caliber muskets. Yeah. If you were ever against dual wielding 50 caliber muskets, it was basically just you guys and the founding fathers. Both get N-word passes. Just understand that. If you had to face this astronomical technology that could kill you from miles away, that seems unfair to the opponent, both in the fight for independence and Modern Warfare pre-patch. N-word pass handed to you, laminated.
One of the perks when you got the Model 1887 was N-word pass right under Hardline.
That was Hardline Pro. That was
it was Hard N Pro. Hard R Pro.
Hard R Pro was the right one. You missed it, but it was Hard R Pro was the answer. That was a good one. All right, yeah. So this lady's doesn't trust white people, but honestly, you probably shouldn't. We're pretty shifty. Like, look at us, fucking here with our supremacy.
All this shit.
Do you remember when you were born and like during your baptism or whatever as like a white person and they just poured money onto you from your generational wealth and they were just like, here's land and opportunity and fucking oppression that you can dish out to other people. I remember that. Oh, I was oppressing so much as my youth, so I deserve what's coming up to me. I was just standing on other people's heads to get by. The only reason I could get a good grade was because a black student of mine, like a peer of mine, had to fail. That's how it works. So it's coming all around to me now. Now I have to fail so they can succeed. It's just like vaccines. It doesn't work unless you get yours too. It's the same thing. Yeah, so watch out there. Shifty white people out there. And that's probably what the antisocial club's about. That's probably what they're getting there. Be like these shifty whites running around just trying to get to their apartment. And what? Well, you never know. They're probably going to shoot up a school. That's probably what they're doing. They're probably preparing to shoot up a school. Yeah, we saved it.
Strike.
What if they were Hitler? Think about that. Did you ever think about that? Then these people look like a great people. But like 1939, people are going to look down on that. 1942, it's different. See, the year does matter. Current year. So saying 2003 is just
liberal people outside your door. Like,
if you say the current year is justification for your actions, it clearly does matter. It does. The current year, man. It's the current year. How dare you?
There's a bunch of white people outside your house.
Oof.
If you're a white person, there's a bunch of liberal black people outside your house aggressively. You're asking, what do you want? They're like, oh, just making sure you get your black scene. Guys, purple. I'm also a prop comic, if you guys were wondering. Do it all. Very poor.
Fucking Christ.
Wow.
All right, well, let's continue on our merry way down the worst part of the rabbit hole of the internet.
Okay, boomers, let's try it together.
Why?
If someone goes by she, then call her hey. If someone goes by he, then call him hey. If someone goes by they, then call them they. It doesn't mean it'll turn you gay.
All right, same game.
Whoa.
They, them.
What the fuck?
That's a whoa.
Miss Piggy.
Whoa.
Final answer.
That's a whoa.
Final answer. She identifies as Kermit's boyfriend.
What the
Yeah, that's a whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
They hit him with the whoa, and that was definitely like
Whoa.
I like if in my terms, Bull Dyke. That's my answer. That was like if I had to answer honestly on a piece of paper and it just said fill in the blank, what is this? I would have went Bull Dyke. Like aggressive. Like and when I picture that, I picture the Barks root beer mascot as, that likes to munch pussy. Like that's like a lot. And they foam at the mouth the same. They usually have underbites. They're really hefty. Like they're
Are you
built.
talking about mug root beer?
Was it Is it Mug?
The
Yeah, you're
Bulldog?
right. Yeah,
Mug.
yeah, you're right. It is Mug. I mixed it up, but yeah, you get the message. It's just like they both froth at the mouth when they eat pussy. But I'm gonna go again. Them. I think them is like a safe bet. I would go them for this.
With whoa.
Yeah, I like my pronouns are whoa because
Whatever
that's what
comes to mind first.
people see that. Blake, what do you think their pronouns are?
Whale.
Whale. Whale.
Go Jim.
Like for real?
Yeah, like if you had to. You think them? I think so
For
too.
sure.
We all know for zero chance it's not she, her.
It's not she, her. It's not he, him.
It's like, have you ever been on a multiple choice test and there's always that one ridiculous answer where it's like Donald Duck and you're like, well, he definitely wasn't a president. I can take that off. You're like, oh, she, her, scratch that off. We'll just narrow it down to the rest of them. And it's
only 473 left.
we only have, we can go through the 72 genders. It could be any one of those except for female.
What it kind of looks like?
What?
That fat guy that always eats on YouTube.
Nikocado avocado. Oh man, if they identify as Nikocado, that's sick as shit. That's awesome. Hell yeah, Nikocado. All right, what's Nikocado up to?
So the conversation I talked about in my last video is a lot like a lot of the conversations I have about queerness and transness with my kids. Because I work in a conservative area and I'm an out non-binary.
That's a whole different
teacher.
That's a whole different question. I assume she means she's a teacher for sure, but I'm assume she means. I hate when teachers say my kids, even though I get it. It's probably like the easiest way of getting the message across. My class could be. You're right. That is I shouldn't give leeway on that. You stop saying my kids. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, my class.
You're barren. Please stop saying my kids.
A trans teacher, I have to try.
Oh, trans! It's a him. Oh, wait, they might be a they them. Hold on, let's keep learning.
For fear of losing my job, and so a lot of times I put it in terms of
they know that you.
It's a girl that identifies. No, that's why that one's off the table. It's a she, her. We all know it's a she, her, but we have to take that completely off the table in order for feelings.
The same way that it completely took its tits off.
Yes, we have to do a mastectomy on she, hers.
Oh, of hypotheticals with the kids. I say, oh, some people like to use this. When I talk about my title, Mix, I say, oh, it's just a third alternative to Mr., Ms. that some people like to use. I let them kind of draw their own conclusions when it comes back to me, while also keeping it general enough to not bring the heat on myself.
So, Mix, MX, is there like, instead of Mr. or Mrs., it's Mix.
Mix?
So I think that makes them the they. Right? Because if you were a girl who's identifying as a man, you would go by Mr. Right? And if you were the opposite, you'd go by Miss.
Yeah.
And Mix is like Latinx.
What if you're like halfway?
Latinx.
That's a mixture. That's what they are at the end. It's MXR. And I identify as MXC. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. So I just wear.
I'll tell you, buddy. This guy definitely has a double chin right there. Check it out. If she has an apple, she also has a banana. Isn't that right, Tom?
I just identify that and I always just wear a jumpsuit and a red helmet. So it's my identity. I identify as MXC. This is MX.
What? I tell
MXC.
You, class in time?
Back to Guy Ledouche. I have a friend who identifies as Guy Ledouche. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, now we know. You got the Miss, you got the Mrs, you got the Mr. I don't know. There's a lot actually.
There's no dude, there's right? Mr.
There's Miss, Mr, Mrs.
Yeah.
Mix, and MXC.
Yeah.
I think that's all of them. I think we covered all of them.
You got whoa too.
And Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Oh my god. It's so good though.
It's a great show. Do you understand how that worked? That show worked, right? Like,
yeah.
Me and Martin, like when we sat down, that was the first time I figured out how that show like came to be, because Martin continuously calls the show Takashi's Castle, which it's not. Mm-hmm. So Takashi's Castle was the original show.
Was the dudes voicing over that?
No voicing over. That was the original Japanese version of the show.
That's where I watched Spike.
Which wasn't MXC was the dubbed over version for English.
The title screen was Takashi's Castle.
Yeah, that's where they took it from. That's where so what MXC did is they bought an old game show from Japan and then dubbed it over with comedians, and that's what it all was. So instead of just dubbing over what they're actually saying, they dubbed over jokes.
Oh yeah.
So, but it was an actual show called Takashi's Castle in Japan or whatever when it was filmed, and it was taken seriously. It wasn't like a joke. It was
like a game show.
Yeah, and it was so ridiculous when you saw like the things where they were like dressed as a hand and like they had to like fall on things, and you're like, it was so there's like a gorilla that's chasing people. It was taken seriously though, and then comedians bought it, and then they made MXC, which is one of the fucking it made Spike TV exist overnight. Like they didn't have enough programming.
1,000 Ways to Die was on at night.
Yeah. What? Oh, 1,000 Ways to Die was propping up that thing. Like UFC and Deadliest Warrior. They had like 8 shows. Yeah. Pros versus Joes. Pink Slips was great. I saw that one. Oh my God. It was just those shows, and they played them over and over and over again, followed by Die Hard on a loop. Like in the middle of the day where they were just like, let me just throw on like whatever Die Hard we got in the VHS. We pop that bad boy in, and then they have like the TBS version too, where it says like yippee kayak Uncle Buckets, and you're like, you're like, oh God, this is awful.
I'm sick of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday through Friday plane.
Yeah, I can't. Like, why? Like, why? It's so bad. But yeah, so well, that was fun listening to MXC talk about their kids. I got another one.
Class.
Yes, their class. Thank you.
Their class.
Always correct me on that.
I really want to.
So this is going to tell us that we're all wrong. But we've already learned that we're shifty and we shouldn't be trusted because we're the whites. Yeah. Those people over there, the lower part of the screen, they can be trusted. Keep an eye on those top half screeners. They're fucking, I don't know what's going on. But they're going to encompass us all here now. So get ready. You're going to get put into a box.
Y'all really want to try to say there aren't trans kids?
Dave?
Let me tell you what there are.
Is that Lil Dicky? Holy shit! What happened to Little Dicky? Living in California?
Woke up in a liberal's body.
Dude, if he just... Oh, how funny would that be as a parody? With like, he's like hardcore conservative and he wakes up in a liberal's body. Everything hurts and I'm like made of gluten. It's like, why do I feel like I have titties? Like, oh God.
Wait, can I really say Zimzer?
There aren't trans kids. Let me tell you what there aren't. There aren't cis kids. Okay, you telling your child, oh, you're a boy, you're a girl. This is a child. This is a free spirit that has not learned any of that bullshit until you force it on them. So cisness is the wound. Cisness is the delusion.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with what cisness is, that means normal.
Yeah.
Just I'm think you know what we should add to the dude.
Sorry.
I know I stepped on that. That's my fault. That was worth it. You know what I think we should add to the back of our book? A term chart where you can change. Like I've already said this in my head. Trans means nada, which makes it so much easier. So you go trans woman, not a woman. Perfect. Got it. I've completely understood what's going on here. And so we should make the term guides because like when you go cis, it'll just say normal and beside there. And yes, and then you go trans means nada. And then it'll help you understand. Like, I just can't even understand whether I want to be a bigot or not. I just need to understand the world. So like when you break it down in that sense of words, I think we can come up with a lot of that because some people go cis. What do you mean cis? I go, oh, normal. They go, oh, got it.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay, now we're all on board. So just when he says cis, he means normal. Yeah. When he says cisness, he means normalness. And so it's very confusing because he's saying cisness and he is a sissy, but it's very confusing because you're like, oh, these words sound so similar, but yeah we're lost.
Cisness is the lie. Cisness is the place of pain. Transness is the healing. Transness is the growth. Transness is the truth. Transness is what we actually are. We are fluid. We are 70% water. We are God. God is change. God is trans. We are trans.
This is why we need the old school Catholic people that would just kill people for saying shit like that.
Yeah, like what in the Harley Quinn?
Burn your house down.
Yeah,
like, fuck.
It's like you're saying that they're not boys and girls, and it's problematic that we're calling them that from the beginning. We should just be like, that's a child, default, blank stock. That's like a stock model. We haven't decided what model this is going to be yet. And once it grows up, then we can do that. It's just like a chassis, basically. Like we just got the framework of an adult thing.
We want to change the badge on the Civic.
Yeah, exactly. We just pop that bad boy up. Now it's a Subaru. We're good to go. Just get a friend to sit in the back and just go bwap bwap bwap, and then you can and then it identifies. You're good to go.
You got a compartment for aftermarket uteruses available.
Dude, aftermarket uterus was good. I would love to just like print out a picture of like a Subaru logo and tape it over like my GMC on the front, and then go to one of those Subaru club meetings and rev my engine and shit, and call and like at anyone that says otherwise. Like anyone goes, dude, that's a GMC. And like, what the fuck? You misgendered me, and I Homer Simpson donut on the ground holding my ears like I'm having an autism attack. It has to be,
Dude,
but like
we need to do that with like bring one of your cars, like bring your car to like the Ford dealership and be like my car identifies as Ford, and just watch them just go.
It'd be like no. The oil pan is back here. I'm telling you, you're gonna need to release the oil from back here. No, sir, the oil. I can very clearly see. No, it's a Ford. Ford oil pans are back here.
Like misgendering is what makes a Subaru not a woman.
Dude, somebody needs to make that commercial. That's literally like such a good commercial. Just a taped, like very flimsily taped to the front of the car, flapping in the wind. It's like, no, but I'm a Subaru. And everyone knows I'm a Subaru because all my friends tell me I'm a Subaru. You just got like all these like progressive people that look like Lil Dicky here. And they're going like, you're a Subaru, girl. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like a custom Soul Calibur character preaching this bullshit.
It's so fully shit. Yeah, it was like, the default skin didn't speak to me, so I had to put on Johnny Depp earrings and dye my hair like Harley Quinn.
Your kids
like a dress over a t-shirt or something?
I think so. I believe he's wearing some sort. It's a wife beater over a little girl's top,
like a toddler top.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
What would they call a wife beater though?
I don't know. Yeah, dude, I don't even. I guess I call it tank tops if I'm not trying to be funny, but partner beater.
You are forcing your kids to be boys and girls. We're saying, be whatever you are, baby. Be free, be water, be light, be sky, be God, because guess what? That's what we actually are. What we actually are is trans, is change, is love.
I'm telling you, I'm not sky. I'm partially water. Mostly Pepsi at this point.
Sky, I don't have a dog.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not Australian.
I'm not going to initiate for you, you loser. Oh, Valorant jokes. We're so fucking funny. We're such losers.
Nobody's going to get that.
No, it's like one person who loves hate podcasts and Valorant who listens to this. The Venn diagram just fucking closed so perfectly for him when just like, oh, you're not a Sky. Ha ha. Funny abilities. Such fucking losers. For myself.
You guys remember that one episode where Plankton had a machine to construct the Krabby Patty formula?
Yeah.
They're like, so if you try to, get a Krabby Patty, I'll say what the ingredients are. If you put them, it'll be the same thing that they put for Plankton. 1% evil, 99% hot gas.
That's every TikToker. If you put every TikToker in the Krabby Patty formulas reader, it just says a lot evil and mostly hot air.
We're not the ones doing the forcing. And see God chiming just on time. Y'all really want to try
God chimed in there.
Y'all really want to see my TikTok hands?
TikTok hands, man, they're a thing. I'm telling you, I should patent it. I should patent TikTok hands. I've said it. No, I know. I've put it out into the world.
A little more.
No, I'm just saying.
That's how you get views.
That's what we need to
What
do.
are you trying to say though?
Blake's a racist. Blake is an awful person. He does horrible things in Chicago.
That's what you need.
Listen to me.
Right? There you go.
Not me trying to do the sexy jutsu.
Yeah, right? Just I'm doing gang signs, or I love hentai, or Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know. Well, Lil Dicky says that we are the problem. When your parents, when they came out and they were just like, Martin, you're a boy. That's the problem. They're like, we don't know yet. I still don't know. You haven't explicitly told me. I never actually called you anytime and been like, hey man, you're like a dude. Like, I've always thought that about you, that you like really seem masculine presenting. Thank you. So like, I wanted to say,
presenting, that is the most woke shit ever.
well, Martin is very masculine presenting. I've always thought that about him. Like, I don't know his gender because he's never actually explicitly told me.
But he is kind of rocking a beard, like.
Yeah. So that's where the masculine presenting, but also rocking a beard, not masculine presenting. Weird, right? Beard doesn't always equal that. Sometimes when you fart, it's your uterus. It's a weird world that we're living in. Sometimes beard doesn't always equal man. Fart doesn't always equal shit. Like, we're in an upside down Berenstain world, and I don't want it. I'm fully on board of Berenstein.
It's Berenstein.
I feel like we should just join. You know how like the government's striking or whatever? I don't know. I don't follow the news.
Yeah.
We should go down there and protest Berenstein. Like, let's get on the news. Like, let's just go like, oh, I thought this isn't the Berenstein.
Like pickets.
Yeah, like, it's Berenstein, not Berenstein.
There you go.
What do we want, Berenstein?
You guys gotta get some real Model 1887's pre-patch with that firing distance. And that's the way they won't be able to track us. It's 1800s technology.
Dude, do you know who patched that? Trudeau. Trudeau is the one that patched that. We can't get models here. You think we can get models in Canada? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't even have a pistol.
I was gonna say you can't have handguns. I'm so mad that I didn't get my PAL beforehand.
I know, right? You gotta get.
There's like no armed museum out there.
No, man. If you could just
just get them and mix match sports.
We got a tank couple like meters that way.
That's true. There's a tank like around the corner. There, yeah. But I would take one model, like just one. I don't even need dual wield.
You got dual wield.
It'd be sick. It would be crazy, but I would still just take one. Just
dual wield.
At this point in Canada, dude, it's like a fucking Ethiopian saying, "Oh, I'll take a 5-course meal." Dude, I'd take what I can get. I'll take a busted model with no lever action.
I got an MP40.
Yeah, that's not really.
It's close enough.
That's the best you could get.
That's the best I can get in
dude,
Canada.
You're as much as an MP40 as this is a woman. So just understand.
I'll take it.
We have trans guns. We have squirt guns that identify as guns. They look all souped up and shit. We got crazy fucking, but yeah, we all can tell the orange tip does not go away.
Mine doesn't have an orange tip.
Yeah, but we can still tell. It's the frame. It's like when you change the outside of a Pizza Hut, we can still tell it's a Pizza Hut. That's a sad world we live in, and that's why you'll always just be masculine presenting to me. Blake, at least you're not Blake. He's femme presenting.
What did I do?
Fuck, dude, you're my POC femme presenting Zimzer.
Just not gonna shave for a couple weeks and just grow it all out. Like, okay, am I doing?
Dude, no, and then you just end up like this. You just show up. You just show up like this. Yeah, look, you got the dangly earrings sometimes. Sometimes you wear pirate earrings like this guy.
I do have dangling earrings.
Yeah, but no,
I have a cross and
dude, he has earrings. Just dude, go as this guy next week. It's literally just
put on a clown wig.
Put on a clown wig.
Show up looking like Sideshow Bob.
And then imagine Blake just comes in and breaks it down for us next week. He's like, "Hey guys,
he draws on a beard."
Well, hashtag trans kids are the real kids, I think.
You should make a remix of that TikTok with Disturbed and call it Down with the Cisness.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I tried.
That was mediocre.
Blake said the first thing.
I already said that one.
Did you actually say that one?
Everyone's
Oh,
laughing.
it was a bad stolen joke.
Download effect, guys. What can I tell you?
God damn it, Mr. Mencia. I didn't realize you joined the podcast.
Oh, God.
Mencia over here.
You're supposed to steal
You
the
should
good
put,
ones.
Carlos Mencia's
That was a
cousin.
good
It would make more sense.
Down is there
Down
not
with the Cisness.
is Down with the Cisness not a song already?
Type it in.
I'm going
YouTube.
to.
Yes.
I'm literally
Please
going to.
tell me somebody's
Down
made it.
with the Cisness. Like, no.
What?
It does not seem to be. I'm finding Let's Get Down to Business.
That'd be like the perfect song for them to like spread their message.
Meme? Like, Down with the
I don't
Sickness
know, that really
karaoke.
bad video of the guy doing karaoke.
Yeah. That's all.
You could be the first.
Oh my god, dude, that's from. Come on, get down with the sickness. We're all normal, get down with the sickness. You crazy fuckers, you're not down with the sickness.
Oh god.
Transgender is a mental sickness. Whoa, what happened?
Global, going through hormone changes. Going through hormone changes.
Oh my god.
You got a voice crack while you do it? Changes.
Actually, with that Donald Trump re-kid.
It's so fucking stupid. All right, well, it's not getting better than that. Let's fucking end the show. Thank you, everybody.
I think Artie's got a drawing for us.
Wait, did you have a drawing?
That's right.
What's the drawing?
I do
Hold
have
on.
one drawing.
The water cooler.
Today.
Hold on, we got to get into class.
Attempt at making the template for the water cooler app. Get the music going, guys.
There we go.
All right, we're in the meeting
this
area.
is An iPhone app designed like LinkedIn, by making it that much easier for CEOs to hook up with hot girls that look like Kim Kardashian or whatever the hell those girls in the contest were.
Oh my god!
my god!
Oh my god! That's like legit. Like that's fucking. Wait, his dick's in the water cooler. Oh my god, his dick is in the water cooler.
There's an egg in there too.
And then
Ready to
the,
get fertilized.
the water's like, come. Oh, this is amazing. This is fucking next level.
I like the trademark.
I was gonna say the TM.
The TM, I like it, and you have to be rich. It's like Raya, the fucking famous person Tinder, where you have to get invited on by like a wealthy CEO has to invite you on. So like you can either be like a whore or a Fortune 500 CEO on this company.
That is awesome.
Oh god.
Wow, bravo. Thank you, Artie. That was fucking. Artism is the best part of the show every time. Good job.
Oh
Thank you. Well, thanks everybody else. Artie, where can everybody find your godforsaken podcast?
I'm supposed to do that at the beginning of the show.
Social Assassin Podcast available so far. It's still on iTunes, Spotify, and I think like Google Podcasts.
Yes, it's a nightmare.
I got uploaded. I've been like behind on a bunch of shit because my co-partner always lags it on sending my shit. But I have another episode uploaded like by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, it's,
even though it's like from back to like December.
Like you know how like we kind of like hone Artie in here, like we kind of like laser focus him on it. It's just free range Artie over there. It's wild, man. Yeah, if you want free range Artie, you head on over to the Social Assassin part. So if this wasn't enough, like if I'm like censoring Artie too much, where I'm just like shitting on his jokes, go over there where it's like fully supportive. It's like a safe space for Artie over there, and he could just go buck wild.
This isn't a safe space for anyone.
No. Just understand, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire, as you should to me. When my jokes bomb, you guys just stare at me.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's worse. No, it's actually way worse. Because like when you guys say a bad joke, I go, look at how stupid you look. But like you guys just go, and I have to go, oh, thanks. Nobody saves me. Like I'm just looking for a rope. I'm like, please, somebody just say something. Just anything other than let me. Yeah, but no, I just have to flounder there. With like the cruise ship keeps going and nobody throws me a life preserver. Martin's just eating shrimp. It's like motherfuckers.
Oh,
So, yeah, but
after one bomb, you just get a laser straight at him like this.
Wait.
Like last chance.
Oh.
It'll work.
I think it reflected onto your head, like it knew where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
No, go check out Artie's
when
stuff.
they have, like heat-seeking bullets, they have like.
Go ahead, dude, go. I'm sorry I stepped on it. Go.
Assassin.
This is your moment. Make the joke you were gonna do. Go.
I was gonna say instead of heat-seeking bullets, it would just like be bomb-seeking bullets. And anyway, that's where I was going at. You can decide the second.
It's my fault.
Going to my podcast. There's your decision right there.
I made it worse.
Give him a death for that one.
I made it worse, like by like stepping. It was already gonna be rough, and then I made him repeat it. That's like it's so good when you go like, wait, what was that? Go try again, and then you gotta go do it again. Yeah, we suck. Go listen to his podcast. It's way more nice. Like if somebody makes a joke, it doesn't land, they move on. We don't. We go like, hold on, let's do Inside the Comedian Studio and break that bad boy down.
I use a lot of sound effects as the crutch in my podcast too, so look forward to that.
Oh, don't worry, believe me, I know that. That is my crutch. I only have one leg, and the other one's sound effects. But yeah, enjoy that. There's little to no drawing. I should recommend one thing. You should draw more on your podcast. You should have like an art camera that just goes down. So
I did design all the logos for the podcast. Every design thing you see on there is all my shit.
Yeah, we're bad at that. We should really get him on that. Like as bad as the jokes are sometimes, that art design is fucking great. If you just change the water cooler to some headphones and a dick's going into it, that's a podcast logo for us.
Yeah.
It's like dicks right in your ears.
That's the shit.
What?
You're missing the shit.
Oh yeah, right. Shit's coming in from the other headphone. It's like stereo. Your head is the pumpkin.
Oh God. Headphones on a pumpkin.
Yeah, headphones on a pumpkin. Shit and dicks coming in from either side.
Bury it.
Yeah, you should have ended it a while ago.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. We're limping along. We're gonna get it's sober. It's slowly but surely coming to an end. Keep your shit together.
Hey yo, it's the clever name podcast. Hey yo, know when y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast. Y'all want that clever name podcast.
Look, that crack cocaine.